What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the AFC East Roundtable. It is your boy TD from TD Fans Talk. We got the homie Richie from Jets Media in the building, and at Real Dan Mitchell, yo ho ho Bills Mafia. Josh Allen trash. But anyway, yeah, I got something in my mouth. Anyway, listen, y'all. We got a good show lined up for you all. We all know that this is the off season of the off season. This is the deadest time whenever it comes to NFL football. But you know what? You still have the AFC East Roundtable. We're here to tell you about what's been going on in this division, all the latest news, the Dalvin Cook situation heating up. All of those things we're going to be discussing and more. But before we get started, make sure that you punch that like button. Make sure that you let your friends and family members know about the AFC East Roundtable. Guys, we're coming up on one official year of the AFC East Roundtable for the episodes. And I think we have like a month left or something like that. And we're almost at 8,000 subscribers. We're at 7,850 or something like that. 60. So we're about 140 subscribers away from 8,000 in the first year. Ladies and gentlemen, it took me over 2.5 years to even get to that threshold. So this is definitely huge for this platform to be coming up on 8,000 in 1 year. So we need your help. We want to get there as soon as possible, okay? Because I'm going to tell you now, we're going to let you in on a little secret. We're building something, bigger than ourselves. We are building something that is bigger than ourselves. It is bigger than TD Fans Talk. It is bigger than Jets Media. It is bigger than Dan Mitchell's platform, Tyson, My Stay Works platform. We're building something huge, and you're going to see it over the years take place and take fruition, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm going to give you right now, but I'm telling you, you're going to be happy and proud to know that it started right here at the AFC East Roundtable, all right? So do us a favor. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to this channel now. Let your friends and family members know. We got 1 month to hit that 8,000 mark. We want to hit it before kickoff of the regular season. That is our goal. We know we're going to crush it, but we want to make sure that we accomplish that. So help us get there, all right? Thank you all. Talk to us, Richie. How you been, man?
What is good, TD? Dan, shout out to Tyson as well. We miss you tonight. Man, it just feels good. And TD just got me excited right there about the future of this channel because he's right. We are building something special. There's so much work behind the scenes that you guys are not aware of yet, but you will see what we were talking about when the season comes around because we are going to be coming out with a whole different structure of organized different content that is going to be really, really exciting. And it's pretty awesome that we're coming on the 1-year anniversary of this respected YouTube channel. But don't forget that we were together for 3 years because we were doing rotations. It all started on TD's channel, then Dan's, then mine, then Master of Works. We were doing steady rotations, and luckily last year we decided to bring it all into one YouTube channel, the AFC East Roundtable, and it's pretty awesome that we're almost getting to 8K subs in just 1 year. So thank you to each and every one of you guys, to Bills Mafia, to Dolphins fans, to the Patriots Nation, and of course my beloved Jets fans. We appreciate you guys. And also, I got to give a shout out to some other NFL fan bases that's tuning in outside of the AFCs because we do got a bunch of you guys. So the NFL world, we appreciate that. I'm excited for this show. It is a dead time of the offseason, but training camp is right around the corner. There are some buzz about Dalvin Cook and the New York Jets that we will dive into. But I just wanted to remind everybody that the New York Jets do have this man on their team. He is their quarterback, and he is going to go all the way and prove why he is the best quarterback in the division and why he is winning MVP, and he's turning back the clock that he was back-to-back MVPs just 1 year removed, baby. Woo! Let's go Jets, baby. How's it going, Dan? Just had to slide that in there because I'm the producer because I have the power to do that, baby.
Well, hey, I was about to say that, like, we all just noticed that he does actually control the production of these streams. That's why that popped up onto the screen. But, I mean, really, just to echo you guys, I was ready to run through a damn wall. I mean, it's crazy to think that we've all been together. This is our 4th year together, our first year, which is about to conclude within the channel. And the growth is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And I am just absolutely thrilled for what we have in store. As far as on my end, I'm not sure about you guys, but this, I would say July is probably the worst time to be an NFL fan and a sports fan in general. There's nothing going on at all. And the only thing that is keeping me still sleeping relatively well at night is the fact that, at least from the Bills' perspective, we are less than 3 weeks, exactly less than 3 weeks, one day prior to training camp starting. And then we'll actually have some things to discuss on this show. But we're still going to make it as exciting as humanly possible. One of the things that we're implementing this year, which is new, that you guys have likely heard about already, is that we are hosting our very first events. Okay, the AFC East Roundtable, Week 1, New York, Buffalo, New York Jets, Monday Night Football. And ladies and gentlemen, we only have a couple of full package tickets left as of right now. Okay, right now, this is going to give you a ticket to the full game where you get to sit next to us, myself and Richie and TD and Tyson, and then an exclusive tailgate party where we have teamed up with the Gotham City crew, full parking lot tailgate experience, free food, open bar, and a live show completed right in front of you as we get ready to walk into MetLife Stadium and watch the Bills put down that beatdown. So let me tell you what, that link is currently in the live chat. That link is currently in the live chat as of right now. If you are in the New York or New Jersey area and you plan on attending that game, please go on ahead and just knock that out and then go on ahead and purchase your tickets today. Because like I said, these full packages are limited as of this point. But afterwards, say that you still want to meet us, still want to party with us, have fun, meet us. Those tailgate tickets are going to be on sale all the way up until a day before. So have no fear. There's several opportunities, but guys, come on. Knock out those full package tickets, because I'm not sure about you, but I recently started looking at SeatGeek for that first Monday Night Football, and this is the best deal in town when it comes to it. So make it
We
work.
got 10 tickets left.
That's it?
10?
10 tickets left.
Damn, I thought we had 17. 10 now?
Yeah, we had 17. 10? Oh, man, they're moving again. All right, well, 10 left. If you want to join us, it'll be I'm just excited about meeting a lot of you guys who talk trash. We can meet face to face, have some fun, throw a few back, and enjoy the party, man. Because I don't have any skin in the game. I get to come watch both of your teams beat up on each other, and I get to make fun of them. So, and I can't wait for the show, because I can't wait to tell y'all my official prediction of the game, because I already have it. But I'm just excited about this. It's
He's not even telling us.
It's going to be a beautiful
not even
prediction.
Behind the scenes, he's not even telling us.
It's going to be beautiful. I'm telling you, man.
It's going to be an organic from both Richie and I.
Shout out to Ronald Miller, just became the newest member of the loyalty of the AFC East Roundtable. Salute to you, homie, and thank you so much for joining the membership. We also have some donations that came through. Patriots Media already donated. He didn't leave a comment, just showing love. We appreciate you, Patriots Media. Also, Glenn, the homie Glenn, is always here to represent. He said, I'm still waiting on the rest of the rankings content. Who is the most overhyped team this year? Buffalo. But we'll get those done. We're actually going to be finishing those next week, right, guys?
Yeah, next week, because our secondary Pats contributor, he recently just had his tonsils out. I believe he will be fully recovered by early next week. So, Glenn, to answer your question, hopefully that will be recorded and released sometime next week.
Stay tuned, man. Those have been really, really fun videos, and we got more of those videos coming.
Plenty more to come, all right? All right, so anyway, anywho, anyhow, anywhere, any what, any, I don't know, I'm trying to find the W's. But listen, let's go ahead and get started, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Allen only worth those 99 cents, TD. Nah, you overpriced them. You overpriced them, bro. I promise you. Oh, my gosh. I ain't seen my brother in a while. I'm so glad to see Vic. Vic, where you been, man? I guess people can ask me where I've been, because I've been missing on my channel. We'll talk about that on the channel later. But shout it out, TD. Fins up. Fins up! Let's go, Vic. Love you, brother. Glad to see you, man. But ladies and gentlemen, we got 3 weeks before training camp is about to come. We're going to be giving you all exclusive training camp coverage as well on our individual channels, as well as the roundtable. So make sure that you stay tuned for that as well. Shout out to Slippy Al with the donation, said 2 steaks continued. What?
2 streaks, maybe?
Oh, okay. You know, I'm a literal reader. All right. 2 streaks continue this year. Dolphins not winning in the playoffs and the Jets missing them. Stay sorry, bums. Go Bills.
Go
It had
Bills.
to,
Ooh.
it had to be a Bills fan,
Of
y'all.
course.
Of course
They're so
it is.
afraid of the change of history about to happen, TD. They're so afraid.
They know.
They can't accept
They
it.
know. It's sad because they do know, Richie. They know that their demise is here. The Buffalo Bills are no more. Your window officially closed. But the only people that don't know that are y'all. I don't know why, but that's neither here nor there. You're gonna hear about it all season on this channel. Jersey Dolphin, who's been a member for 9 months of the AFC East loyalty, just wrote a message and said Josh Allen is trash. Well, what's understood doesn't have to be explained, Jersey Dolphin. It ain't got to be explained.
It doesn't need to be explained. Interesting.
All right, let's get into this content, though, because there's some things we want to talk about. We want to talk about the big fish off the bat, if you don't mind. The latest on Dalvin Cook. Richie feels some way about the latest, and all those who are donating, we're going to catch up with your super chats after we finish this segment. So send your donations through, and we'll read them after we're done with this segment. But Richie, we're going to start with you because I have a lot I want to say about it. Dan really don't have much say. His team is trash in the running game, other than Josh Allen, and he don't want to get hit no more. So let's start with you, Richie. What's your thoughts on the latest with Dalvin Cook, and then I'll give you my thoughts.
Yeah, so Pro Football Talk, I believe, Mike Tirico just came out with a clip. I'm trying to find it actually to show you guys. But he said that there's a lot of traction with the Dalvin Cook to the New York Jets leading up to training camp. Now, we talked about Dalvin Cook last week because we think that he is definitely going to come to a team in the AFC East, most likely to the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets, even though the Patriots have a slight chance as well. But I think that it makes so much sense for the Jets to get Dalvin Cook. My only, not concern, but my only question is how the hell are the Jets going to figure this whole financial situation out? Because they did not really finalize the Aaron Rodgers contract restructure, and we need to extend Quinnen Williams. So and they're also asking a lot of players to take pay cuts. And by the way, a lot of players already took pay cuts. So the Jets are really trying to convince some players on their roster that if you think that we have a chance to go all in, can you sacrifice some of your money to be able to build a Super Bowl roster? And it's proven that a lot of players are being selfless and saying, you know what? I'll take a little less money if that means that I can get a ring on my finger and help this New York Jets organization get their second Super Bowl in franchise history, the first one in so long. And that's the culture that they're really trying to do with the Aaron Rodgers addition in the offseason. It's changed the entire mindset of this team, and it's changed the entire mindset of the organization, and it changed the entire mindset of the fans, like myself, because I've never in my life as a Jets fan had this type of expectation for my team heading into a season. It's not like I have to convince myself that the Jets could be good based on this player breaking out. No, I don't need to convince myself. They have literally everything they need to do on paper. The only thing that's going to hold them back this year, in my opinion, is health. If they're staying healthy, I think the Jets are going to have a pretty darn good football season. So when it comes to Dalvin Cook, I mean, the Jets would absolutely be a dynamic offense with the addition of Dalvin Cook, because the reason is Breece Hall coming off an ACL tear. We cannot rely on him early on in the season. We cannot run Breece Hall into the turf right out of the gate. So what the addition of Dalvin Cook will do, if the deal does get done, is we can rely on the Dalvin Cook, Michael Carter, Izzy Abanikanda, a rookie, early on in the season, and then ease Breece Hall in, because this season for the Jets is a marathon. We need to make sure that we're healthy throughout it. It's not like we need to go out there and just run Breece Hall into the dirt right away. We need him healthy throughout the duration of this season. And the New York Jets, their foundation, if you guys remember how the Jets were so successful early in the season last year, wasn't because of the quarterback play. It was because of the running game. We had 197 yards of Breece Hall against the Miami Dolphins, just to remind you guys. The offense was running through the trenches. Running the football is what it's all about, and that's going to open up play action. That's going to open up the passing game for Aaron Rodgers. And that's the philosophy that Joe Douglas, this GM, has brought here, is trench work, pounding you down your throat. So the addition of Dalvin Cook, a 1-2 head of Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook with Michael Carter still out there as that utility guy, and having Izzy Abanikanda, and we got Bam Knight. We'll see what happens with that. That's a deep running back room. So add another weapon, a playmaker for Aaron Rodgers, and let's go have some freaking fun, Jets fans. And hey, didn't happen yet, by the way. There's still a big opportunity, big chance for the Miami Dolphins to land him. But based off a report I saw today, the Jets are gaining traction, but it is not official. Dalvin Cook is flirting with the Dolphins and the Jets on Twitter. If you go to Dalvin Cook's Twitter account, you'll see he likes every tweet linking him to the Jets, and then he likes every tweet linking him to the Dolphins. He loves playing around with us fans. So we'll see what happens, but look out for a decision soon because it's going to happen right before training camp.
So let me ask you a question about this. If you all were to be lucky enough to get Dalvin Cook, who's your starting running back? Who's your RB1? Why?
Breece Hall.
Why?
Definitely Breece Hall.
Why?
Hall.
So Breece Hall is better than Dalvin Cook?
Yeah.
He's younger. He has more of a shelf life. Here's my thing when it comes to like big name running backs, especially once they start getting into the twilight of their careers. There's a reason why these teams let them go. Perfect example, and Richie can relate to this, Le'Veon Bell.
When a running back gets paid and they're in that second or third contract, that is when they're on their decline. Running backs on their rookie contracts, that's when they're in their prime.
So
and you also don't have to worry about that.
So Dalvin Cook's declining?
So he's got it.
Yeah,
but
compared to what he was in his prime, you could definitely say Dalvin Cook is declining for sure. I'm okay with that.
Still 1,000-yard season, but he was behind like the 11th, I think, offensive line in the entire NFL last year. So, and then I was going over to the Jets, who still have a pretty good offensive line if they can stay healthy for the most part.
Like if Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook are both 100% healthy, I think they're going to give Breece Hall more carries than Dalvin Cook if they're on the same team. Personally.
Yeah, but then again, like I think like you guys probably would definitely revert back to a committee, but like I'm talking like a damn stout committee.
Oh no, yeah, they're gonna split carries, no doubt.
And running backs is gonna be three great.
And that's also the thing about this talk that TD brought up. It doesn't really matter. Like there's not gonna be running back 1, running back 2. Maybe Dalvin Cook is on the field for first down in the first quarter, but like it doesn't really matter. They're both gonna split carries, and it's gonna be a running back by committee approach. So that really doesn't have an impact.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was just asking. All right, Dalvin Cook's situation, especially for Dolphin fans. I have tried my very best to educate the Miami Dolphin fans on what's been going on. I've been privy to what's been going on for, I would say, about 2 months now, because the Dolphins were trying to trade for him back in March. I wasn't aware of that at the time, but about 2 months ago, I got the inside scoop on everything Dalvin Cook from inside the organization. And I told Dolphin fans what was going on. The Dolphins wanted to trade for him, but at the end of the day, the price was too much, and they didn't feel like they wanted to utilize the assets nor the money that he would have cost to trade, because you would have had to honor the contract, which he was asking for a restructure that'll give him an extension, and the Dolphins were not looking to do that, which they really can't, looking at their books for the future, okay? Now, the situation with Dalvin Cook, that's why we went ahead and we drafted a running back in A-Chain, a speedy guy who we love, who's already flashed in OTAs. But the problem is, I've been told, Dolphin fans, that we've already given an offer to Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook has known for over a month now how much we're willing to pay him. This recent report 2 weeks ago, the Dolphins have made an offer. We've been made an offer. Before he was released, he knew how much we were going to be able to offer him when he was released. We've been made the offer to Dalvin Cook. He's coming. Watch. As soon as he's released, he's signing with the Dolphins. And I kept telling people, no, he's not. Because he's not going to take the price that the Dolphins are offering. Because the price isn't a bad price, but a running back like himself, he wants more, and he feels that he's worth more, which he is worth more than what I've been told that they've been offering for him. Now, the issue is he's going to sit back and he's going to wait on all the bidders to get to the deadline, which is about 2 weeks for him from now. And he's going to take the best offer on the table, because it is about money. It's not about coming back home to play. He's using that to his leverage to get the fans on his side, which he's already succeeded. All Dolphin fans, all on social media, Dalvin Cook, we love you. And he just playing right into it. They have a zone blocking. They would be the perfect fit. Oh, man, and I never got to play there in college. I would love to come home. He's rallying the fan base up to put pressure on the organization and get our general manager to move the number. Our general manager ain't moving that number, ladies and gentlemen. He's not going to move that number. So the only way the Miami Dolphins get Dalvin Cook is in the fourth quarter, which we're coming up into the fourth quarter now, and there's no better offer. But I'm here to tell you there's already better offers. But they aren't significantly better to where he still wouldn't pick the Dolphins because we don't have taxes that some of your states do. So we're still in the game. We're not the best offer. But at the same token, when it's all said and done, he could still be a Dolphin because at the end of the day, it could end up being as equal as everybody else's offer. But I'm going to tell you now, the Dolphins running back room would be very full. Jeff Wilson, Raheem Mostert, very good backs, and Coach McDaniel loves them. And matter of fact, people need to understand those are McDaniel's guys. Dalvin Cook isn't a McDaniel guy. Those guys are. Okay? So when you talk about running backs by committee, he's going to be one of three. You put him with the Jets, he's going to be one of two, and Michael Carter just going to sit back there and hope that he get reps. That's what it's going to come down to. But in Miami, he's going to be one of three. And the fans are making it a big priority, but I'm here to tell you the Miami Dolphins, it's not a big priority. They gave him an offer. They love to have him in the building, a veteran running back who can make explosive plays, but it's not a priority to where they'll move the number from a dollar standpoint. So, like I said, if he's going to be a Dolphin, it's only because the market dried up and the offers weren't significantly better. So that's why the Jets are heating up, because the Jets are trying to make that type of flexibility. The Jets are trying to figure out a way to make it happen. And if you all have more to say on that, that's fine, but I also want to understand what's going on in New York with the Quinnen Williams situation. I need to understand that because it could be very similar to what's going on with Christian Wilkins, but we're not hearing anything about it. They're both up for contracts. The teams, it's not that the teams are holding out, but the truth is, which they don't want to portray, they're having a hard time getting the deal done.
For sure.
So what's going on?
Yeah, so with Quinnen, before I get into Quinnen, I saw someone in the chat bring up it's going to be Le'Veon Bell all over again if the Jets get Dalvin Cook, and that couldn't be further from the truth. The Jets are not going to sign Dalvin Cook to a 4-year, multi-year contract like they idiotically did with Le'Veon Bell. They're also not signing Dalvin Cook to be the franchise running back. We have our franchise running back in Breece Hall. It just so happens that he has a torn ACL coming off, and they want insurance, and they want to have 2 great running backs instead of 1. So I just had to say that. But when it comes to the Quinnen Williams situation, the holdup isn't over money, it's over length of the contract. So that is what the difference is. Quinnen Williams wants a 4-year deal, while the Jets want to ink him up to a 5-year deal. Now, the reason for that is Quinnen wants to be able to get another contract. He wants to be able to hit free agency again, where he feels like he's going to be in his prime, in his late 20s, as my camera just passed away. Hold on one sec. In his late... There we go. So Quinnen Williams basically wants a 4-year deal so he can hit free agency again. While the Jets, they want to ink him up for 5 years with the average per contract, which is probably going to be the highest interior defensive lineman right behind Aaron Donald. Now, the issue with this, as you know, TD, is every single interior defensive tackle besides our 2 got paid from our draft class. So the market's been set. Literally everybody's being paid. So the Jets have no reason. They have no leverage to tell Quinnen that we're not paying you. Quinnen is going to be like, look at all these players who are literally worse than me who got paid. I deserve my money, and he deserves it. So, the Jets are rumored to be in Hard Knocks, and they haven't announced it yet, but the Jets have been holding back. But if they are on Hard Knocks, that is what my biggest worry is. They're going to make that such a big deal of the Quinnen Williams holdout, and it's unfortunate because as a Jets fan, pay the damn guy. But the issue is the Jets now have Aaron Rodgers' contract on their books, and his cap hit for this year is $1 million. You know why? Because they're pushing all of it in the future years. So the Jets got to figure out so much financial flexibility for these next couple of years. A lot of contract restructures. They want to fit in Dalvin Cook. They got to extend Quinnen Williams. As of right now, it does not seem like it's going to get done anytime soon. So it's just frustrating to hear, but I'm hopeful that by week number 1 against the Buffalo Bills, he's extended long term.
Interesting.
And I will say one last thing about that. Robert Saleh is so confident that it's going to get done. Every time he is on an interview with any radio show and he gets brought up, his demeanor is so confident. It's like, yeah, that's going to get done. He'll be here. Like, he seems so confident about it. Saying, I remember he was saying the same thing about Aaron Rodgers getting here, because remember everyone's like, oh, yeah, the Jets aren't getting Rodgers. Everyone, yeah, you guys wish you're getting Rodgers. And then during that whole little time where it was like, are the Jets going to get him or not, Rodgers kept asking it, and he was so confident it was going to get done. I'm like, dude, the coach is that confident. I'm not confident. And it ended up happening. So I'm going to double down on what Robert Saleh has to say, and he's confident, so I'm confident it'll get done eventually.
Love it.
Time will tell. Dan, I got a question for you in Bills Nation. I was shocked this morning. I kind of probably understand why with Dalton Kincaid coming in, but do you think the Bills will fix the situation with Dawson Knox asking for a trade this morning, or do you think that that's going to be something that's an issue?
That did not happen. That absolutely did not happen. First off, I think that Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid have been making plenty of chemistry thus far. With every single interview I've seen from Dawson,
Knox asked for a trade this morning.
He 1,000% did not.
Dang, I tried to get you. It didn't work.
1,000% did not. Dude, you cannot get me during this time of the season, because every day I am scraping for news.
That's the first time I didn't get you, Dan.
Trust me, said man. This morning, if you said it just happened now, it would have been maybe a little more believable.
Oh yeah. Say, for example, you were to be like, hey, man, like, Schaefer just broke it like 2 minutes ago that Dawson Knox just requested a trade. You probably would have gotten it. You probably would have gotten it.
There's no way Dan wouldn't have seen it if it happened this morning, TD.
I'll re-up, man.
You got me with the Quinnen one last time.
I literally would have been streaming from 9 a.m. right up until the beginning of this show, if that was the case. Absolutely discussing exactly why nobody has to worry about it. But since we're still in the Dalvin Cook situation, I mean, honestly, I think he's going to end up in the AFC East. I know there's still some Bills fans that want him to come and play for his brother. But so there's a couple of things I do want to say. Number one, stop sleeping on Damian Harris. I mean, no one's talking about how much of an absolute the contributor that he is going to be to this run game. If this guy can stay healthy, I 1,000% see him going for 1,000 yards. He is going to be a game changer for our run game. And then once you pair him with Osiris Torrance, who can single-handedly really create a run game for you, at least what he demonstrated out of college, I'm fine with our own run game. And then really at the end of the day, D-Hop or Dalvin Cook, Brandon Beane, just going out of history with where our cap space currently stands, Bills Mafia, the only acquisition that the Buffalo Bills will acquire for the rest of the 2023 season is going to be draft picks. And that's if we end up finding a trade partner for a Boogie Basham or AJ Epinesa, which I certainly hope is not the case. There will be no large name acquisitions for the Buffalo Bills this offseason. I would be absolutely shocked. I would be a hell of a lot happier for D-Hop than I would be for Dalvin Cook. But at the end of the day, my gut is still sitting there, and I'm thinking he's going to be in Miami. Sorry, Richard.
I don't understand. Why does everybody just feel Miami automatically?
Because it's his hometown and the money, and it just feels like it's inevitable. But then if he wants to come back to his senses and win a Super Bowl, that's when he comes to the Jets. That's what,
I just don't understand. Now I'm at a point where just hurry up and make your decision so we can know where he'll be. But we can't sleep on who the real sleeper is for Dalvin Cook.
Patriots?
The Patriots are the true sleeper for Dalvin Cook and
why
DeAndre
is it our
Hopkins.
division, though? Let's pause real quick.
I think Cowboys can get too.
Why does it feel like any star that becomes available potentially, he's coming to the AFC East? It's always one of our teams. Like has everyone noticed that, or is it just me?
Yeah,
it feels like anybody. It's rumored into
because
our division.
This doesn't always happen. It's happening right now more than ever, right?
Yeah,
but
right now.
you have because we're in an arms race. Right now, the reality is our division is in an arms race. And the Patriots are trailing everybody by far, but those two acquisitions can put them right in the arms, have ammunition to compete. And that's all it is right now. It is strictly an arms race. Where are you weak, and how can you bolster up that area? The Jets, if Hall goes down again, you have a repeat of last year, you'll still be better off because your quarterback situation. But from the run game standpoint, you're right back to where you were last year. And Aaron Rodgers is a veteran who needs the run game because what good is Aaron Rodgers when you're not utilizing his veteranship of being able to know when to audible into a run? That's something that goes so underrated with all of these young quarterbacks. Are they actually checking into runs and audibling into the right play? 9 times out of 10, they aren't at right now. These guys under 4 years are not doing it, and nobody really talks about it nor notice it. They're not truly doing it.
Thank you for that, because all the people that are like, oh, the Jets have an ancient quarterback or old quarterback. Yeah. He brings exactly what he just said. The wise ability to know the game so well. I'd rather have a quarterback that mastered the game, that knows when to check into certain audibles and reads defenses over a young quarterback that doesn't know how to do anything. So thank you, TD, for that.
It goes so like people don't understand the complexity of this game. I mean,
Facts.
Tua, and I love that Tua is very honest. You know, he admitted himself. Sometimes he gets to the line of scrimmage a few years ago. He'll look at the defense and know the play wouldn't work, but he'll run it. Because these guys, and he said he didn't know the playbook well enough to get us into a better play. And I appreciate the honesty. But it ain't just a Tua thing. I'm telling y'all, all these quarterbacks under 4 years, 95% of them, pretty much all of them with the exception of maybe 1 or 2, this is how they're playing football. They're literally getting the play from the coach, regardless of what. It could be a run to the right and the defense could be overloaded to the right. The best case scenario, they'll call a timeout. They're going to run the play. And that's the reality of what's going on in this league. And Nick Saban said it best in an interview. He said these kids don't know how to call audibles. They don't know their 1 protections, their 3 protections, their 5 protections. They don't know, how to call their protections. They don't know this stuff. Nick Saban said that. He said none of these college quarterbacks going into the NFL knows that stuff. They just don't, because we're not teaching it and we don't need to at the college level. Running gun offenses, spreading the ball, getting rid of it quick. But this is the NFL, and these veterans, that's what makes the difference. You look at Peyton Manning, his last Super Bowl, he didn't do it off of his arm talent. He barely could throw the ball more than 40 yards. Look at Tom Brady. He still got an arm on him, but Tom Brady's won his whole career by outsmarting you and knowing exactly what he's getting pre-snap.
Thank you. See,
people don't they think that it's just going out there and ripping it loose. No, this play that was called, I don't have nothing I can rip loose. Let me put us into something that can rip loose. That's why I love Peyton Manning so much, because Peyton Manning used to say, when I get to the line of scrimmage, I'm not looking to audible into the play that'll work. I know 7 plays that'll work. Which one's going to give me the best? Which one's going to give me the biggest gain? Which one's going to give me 2 options to throw to? Maybe even 3. It's a game out there, but these kids ain't playing that game. They out there hiking the ball and hoping that the first guy open.
TD, you're literally speaking exactly my point without even knowing it to all the people saying that Rodgers is washed. Like, I bring up Peyton Manning. How old is Peyton Manning when he won that Super Bowl with Denver, TD? Do you know? 39. How old is Rodgers? 39. I mean, enough of this, he's washed up, he's too old and ancient.
And Rodgers has
history that proves that at that age, you can win. Okay?
Rodgers has way more in the arm than Peyton Manning had right now.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He has way more in his arm right now than Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was done. People don't understand. Peyton Manning was done. Peyton Manning won off timing, precision, and killing you pre-snap. Because if he needed to throw a deep ball, he hiked that ball. He already knew it. He threw it right away. He didn't wait to see it materialize. He anticipated everything because he didn't even have the arm anymore. So listen, but I mean, at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers still trash, Richie. I ain't trying to boost him up.
Of course, no.
I'm just saying in general.
And you passively, and that's the thing, TD, that you just did that was so magnificent that you passively just literally proved my whole point since the Jets acquired Aaron Rodgers, because it's such a lazy narrative and a lazy take to say he's washed up just because of his age. Yeah. Like, there's more proof of quarterbacks at that age succeeding than failure. Because the quarterbacks that last that long are the great ones, like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. Give me a quarterback that was playing at that age that sucked. Anybody in the chat want to answer that?
Huh? That's
the
why
great ones last that long. So the 39-year-old narrative of him being too old is lazy, and there's no evidence to back it up besides like injury concern because he's old.
That's why when we look at these superstar quarterbacks now, you'll know how great they are when they get to year 10 plus. When that mobility kind of goes away, when all the theatrics go away, what is their brain like on the field? Are they the same quarterback that doesn't do the tricks and ponies and now they're still good, but it falls off? Or are they picking you apart because they're the maestro of the game? See, this is where you have the guys like Mahomes, Lamar, all of those guys, Josh Allen. We don't know where they are mentally. They're gamers right now, and they're using their physicality to outgame you.
I mean, think about Mahomes. I think he's got it both ways, man. He's gonna last a long time, in my opinion, at least.
Richie, when you take the running away, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Right now, we'll find out, because if you think about it, a lot of his greatness is improvisation. When that improvisation is no longer there and you have to make that decision within those 3 seconds and you can't extend it to 7, who are you? Because a lot of this stuff isn't done pre-snap, Richie.
No, you're right, 100%.
Otherwise, if it was done pre-snap, he wouldn't have to do all the improvisation. He already see the defense and know what to do to pick you apart right away. So we'll find out later, but they're not supposed to be able to execute that now. That stuff is built over time.
What about Josh Allen?
Same thing. I'm going to be honest with you.
What makes Josh Allen good, in your opinion, TD? Just to flip this over. Because obviously he's not a bad quarterback.
I'm going to have an honest moment. I'm going to have an honest
narrative of Josh Allen being trash, but what does he do good that makes him a good quarterback to make the Bills back-to-back-to-back division winners? And do you think it's sustainable for long term? Because this is a serious question.
This is an honest moment for me, but it's giving him kudos and a little shade, to be honest with you. I'm just keeping it 100 in my opinion. The thing with Josh Allen is, first of all, you can't overlook the cannon. He can stretch the field like no other. He can fling that ball beyond the play isn't over. Like some receivers, they run and they get to a point, I shouldn't be running anymore. But with Josh Allen, you can keep running.
Real quick, TD, before you go deeper into that, Josh Allen, I think his greatest throw of his life came against the Jets when he threw that ball to Gabe Davis and Sauce Gardner was there to break it up for the 4th down where the Jets won. He flung that thing. It felt like 80 yards on a rope. I have no idea. And it haunts me because I watched that, Dan. I watched that, and I flip it in my head. I'm like, wow, if this was completed and Sauce wasn't the beast that he is to break that up, that play would literally be a nightmare for me. But luckily, Sauce Gardner's a beast. And
so just to add further context on that happened after he sprained his ACL.
Yes. The play after
he sprained his ACL.
That throw is wild. Like, that ball got there in 3 seconds on a rope.
Still trash.
Great.
Anyway, the cannon is undeniable. Okay. And his improvisation, his ability to throw, extend the play and throw on the extended play. But here's that's out his ability to run, of course. But I know Buffalo fans will name 5 more things that's special about him, but that's it for me. But that's huge. That's it. I personally feel like he has a problem with accuracy on a consistent basis. All quarterbacks have good accuracy, but on a consistent basis, sometimes, am I lying? We see some of them overfly, underfly that are just bad. Like, and it could be a wide open guy. So that happens at times. So his accuracy comes into question at times. And again, I never see Josh Allen need to audible. I never see him. You see what I'm saying? This is why I'm telling you. But this is where he does make me a little nervous. When he did say he can't run forever and he wants to not run as much, he may regress a little, but in my opinion, he's getting a head start over Mahomes, Lamar, and all of them of learning how to just stay in the pocket and figure out the game for what it is.
And that's
the
why
science
I brought up
of
Josh
it.
Allen.
The sooner you get to that and you put your talents and your legs and all of that superhero stuff aside, the sooner you get closer to that Brady and Manning type stuff later for your career, so you can extend it those extra 7 years. You could either have the Flacco trajectory, or you could have the Brady and but I'm saying Flacco was good enough to maintain in the league, but at the end of the day, it fizzles, right? It fizzles up bad. So
that's why I brought up Josh Allen.
Or you could still be a beast and be that dude even when you can't move like that. Because really, let's be honest, we don't have to admit it, but Josh Allen without the mobility, we'd still be maybe wondering if he's the guy. Not because he doesn't have the talent, but it takes time to become the maestro. And during that time of developing that, you're not going to look as great. Think about the great plays that him and Mahomes they make. A lot of them are not the traditional plays. But at some point in your career, all you will be able to make are traditional plays. You're not going to be able to use the athleticism and move the way you do. At some point, you're going to start taking hits that hurt a little more. That's going to, oh man, we really have to protect him now. We don't want him to be out here running around loose anymore. At some point, those things happen. And how good did you become in the process to when you had to stop doing it? Can you make up for it in the pocket alone? And that'll be the question for these guys to cement their greatness in the future. Right now, they're great. They're going to be Hall of Famers. They're going to be this and that. Yeah, they're racking up the numbers and everything now, but will they be an all-time true great? There's a difference between a Hall of Famer and an all-time, like you can't tell. There's quarterbacks going to the Hall of Fame that couldn't even compare to Brady or Manning because they have the stats. So there is a difference. It's just a matter of which one are you going to be. Do you have a 12 to 13-year guy? Or do you have a 20-year guy on your team?
Yeah, this is a big year for Josh Allen. I'm curious to see what he does from that perspective. Is he going to turn into more of a pocket passer and scanning the defenses and going through his reads? And he showed, it's not like he can't do it, but it's a matter of doing that more on a consistent basis and not relying on his athleticism that he just so happens to be a beast at. Right, Dan?
Yeah. I mean, 110%. And I mean, last year when it comes to it too, he was still adjusting to a brand new offensive coordinator. So really, it's very difficult to say how much leeway that Ken Dorsey gave him when it came right down to that pre-snap audible game, right? I mean, I think that knowledge is going to be something that he's going to continue to progress in, hopefully this year, which is going to be great. But I mean, listen, we love Josh Allen over in Buffalo. He certainly has his setbacks, but I think a lot of the things that he needs to adjust on are things that come with age, things that come with that true veteran quarterback, someone like Aaron Rodgers, who's 39, has seen the game a million times. That's what we are hoping for Buffalo right there. Because the last thing I need is just for Josh Allen to get hurt, because we saw how he played after he had that UCL injury. He just simply wasn't the same person. So that's something I know a lot of Bills Mafia is really hoping that he can, sort of add to his game.
Trash.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting, man, to see how all the quarterbacks in this division plays. Even Mac Jones. I mean, just to bring up some type of Patriots, because I know we don't have a Patriots representative, I think it's this is the season for Mac Jones to prove to be the franchise guy or not. And I have a feeling that he might shock some people. I don't know why. I feel like there's a lot of hate and a lot of shade just going to the Patriots, and I don't know. They're just one of those teams that us three are sitting here, and obviously the Bills are at the top, and then the Jets and the Dolphins had this crazy offseason, but the Patriots are just sitting back, and they're like, okay, everyone's putting us in the basement. But knowing them, their defense is going to be ridiculously good for some reason, and they're going to just be in every game and be annoying. Right? I feel like that's going to happen, and hopefully it doesn't, but it's possible.
Well, I'll say he was hanging out with Brady this weekend at the all-white party, Mac Jones, so...
out in the Hamptons, New York, yeah.
Yep. Mac Jones, though, I'm not going to disrespect Mac Jones until he's no longer in the NFL, if that happens. Mac is better than people think. And I'm not a fan of Mac Jones. He's better than a lot of people think. A lot of people always use this narrative. Like, look at my quarterback, Tua, right? Well, he needs weapons. He got weapons, and those weapons made him look like a comparable quarterback. Then what in the heck did Mac Jones have? What has Mac Jones have? And didn't even have an offensive coordinator, right? So at the end of the day, if they get Hopkins and now they have a real offensive coordinator, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little. The Patriots, they can screw everybody up this year, and we don't even see it coming.
I know. I'm prepared for it. I'm prepared.
We don't like their defense is still gonna be legit.
For sure.
Their offensive line is legit. Their running game is legit. It's just a matter of the quarterback in the passing game. And I'm telling you, if they get D-Hop and now they have a real offensive coordinator, man, they can screw people over this year. They can really shock some people. It be them random wins. Dang, they beat the Dolphins in week 3, whatever. Dang, they beat and next thing you know, we're in week 13 and they're sitting around here with 8. They're sitting around here 8-5, and we're scratching our head. How? It's very possible, man. And people don't want to they don't want to recognize that, but they don't understand that our teams have different schemes. What we do, they actually play well against. Like, nobody thinks that, like Dolphin fans ourselves, we don't think about that. As explosive as our offense was last year, they were one of the teams that kind of suppressed it a little. They were one of the teams that held it down with and without Tua. In week 1, we scored 24, but the offense only scored 7, if I'm not mistaken, 10, but field goal. Their defense still played us well. So, and people don't realize that the only difference between us and the Patriots, why we keep beating them lately, is because they haven't had any offense, and we've been able to just barely outscore them. So I am telling y'all now, Bill Belichick, they have the most money. If they wanted to offer those guys the money, they could. They have the most money. They got $150 million available next year. That's why they're signing all these extensions and stuff, because they got the cash. They're flooded in cash, and they already have people signed. So they are, once again, the sleepers for D-Hop and Cook. It's just we got to let this play out. And I'm going to tell you now, if they were to get both D-Hop and Cook, they still would not be a favorite team in this division, but they're right there in the mix, 1 or 2 wins, and it's a total different story for us all.
I agree, man. It scares me, but the reality is it's not going to happen because the Jets going to beat them for the first time in 15 years, baby, on Jets Media Day at week number 3. I do want to give a big shout out to Zachary for the $5 super chat. Let's get into the donations that we missed. He says, Fins and Dolphins fans celebrating a Super Bowl is like Bills fans celebrating an AFL championship. Stop lying to these people, Richie and TD. Fins and Dolphins fans. I think he meant Jets and Dolphins fans. Hey, what am I celebrating over here? Well, I am happy to finally have high expectations, as sad as it is, and I can admit it. Streaks,
6
Buffalo
wins.
Education with a steak. Go Bills. Thank you, man, for another $2.
Go
My
Bills.
man, King Jamie, the Mad, says, call me crazy. Call me underdog fan. I feel like them Jets are coming to the annual Kansas City Chiefs Invitational AFC Championship game this year. I almost hope the Pats sweep you guys just to see your faces. Woo.
Oh, it's a bold take.
Wow. Well,
Look at that. The Chiefs are looking right past Buffalo on to the Jets. They don't even fear y'all, Dan.
That's good. And so that's exactly where I want to be as a fan, because last year we all know how that worked out. So I don't want to be unanimous. I'm so glad the hype is gone. I want the hype to be gone.
Dan,
Take
I'm
it
not
away.
used to this hype, Dan. Okay,
Yo,
I'll tell you
listen.
straight up. I know that the Bills have all
It
the
hurts
hype
a hell of a lot worse than the hype
previous
stuff,
years,
brother.
but the hype
Yeah.
is real. But I'm kind of embracing the hype because the hype, it's scary from the perspective of wow, expectations are high, expectations, it's a big deal, but it's also exciting because, hey, these expectations come with having a darn good football team because they're supposed to be good. So it's
the old term of pride comes before the fall is real.
Hey, man. And it's scary too because it's like the Bills actually did something to the Bills actually showed something the previous years to have the hype. The Jets haven't done anything besides have a good first half of the season last year. You know, we haven't seen Rodgers yet, so we'll see what happens. But we do got some callers to bring in to finish off this live show.
Love it.
So before we do that, though, can we hit that thumbs up button? Let's get it going. The goal is 200 likes by the end of the show. We got 135 with 300 people watching. Come on, folks. Hit that like button if you guys are enjoying the show. We enjoy going live with you guys. We're sorry that we did not go live last night on a traditional Wednesday night. It is the off season, so we're still trying to get all our schedules going. Don't you worry. When it comes to the season, it's going to be a strict structure every Wednesday night, plus other shows that we're excited to announce throughout the regular season and the playoffs when the Jets make that deep playoff run. All right, I digress. Let's get into some callers.
Hello.
So, you're live.
Yeah. Glad to be live. One thing I wanted to say was I've heard you guys talk about Quentin Williams, but I'm pretty sure that they said like a reporter said that they got the money, they're just looking for the years.
Yep, it's the years that's holding up. It's not the money.
Yeah, it's the years because Quentin wants less years. And the Jets want more, which is usually like a thing for the franchise and the player. Like player want to get a lot less, and the team want to get a lot more years. So that's what I heard it was mainly about.
Yeah, that's what it's about. So. You're completely right, and I think that the Jets want less money per year on a longer deal, where Quentin wants more money on less deal. But in the reality is the Jets are going to offer more full guaranteed. But Quentin wants that ability to hit free agency again because he thinks he's about to go nuclear because he is entering his prime, which he is. So it makes sense from both parties.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it gets done. So like our defense will still be nuclear.
We're gonna have Quentin doing his sack dance week 1.
Yeah. We're gonna see him doing his sack dance and shit.
I'm gonna be up there in section 305. I'm gonna be like, woo, baby. Let's go, Quentin, dance on him, baby. Strip sack on Josh Allen.
Because in my opinion, for our team to be successful, we got to be like the Denver Broncos of 2015. The quarterback is not going to be as potent as he was in recent years, like with Peyton Manning. But the defense have to be like still be there, because we got this veteran quarterback that's seen everything and that could game manage the hell out of a game. So I'm hoping that it is.
Dude won the MVP 2 out of the past 3 years, and he had like a junior varsity squad as wide receivers. I wouldn't even go as far as saying that he's not the same.
No, I'm not saying that he's not the same, but what I'm saying is the defense has to still be great as they were last year for it to be successful. Aaron Rodgers could literally have a really good season.
Yeah,
but
I mean, you're talking about Super Bowl, right?
Then,
yeah, right. From a Super Bowl perspective, that's what we need. And Dan, thanks for echoing that, because anybody in the chat that keeps hitting me with those nonsense takes, Dan is actually level-headed.
I'm not saying he's not good anymore. I'm just saying like the defense is more important right now. Important.
Defense wins championships, and now we have a quarterback to back it up and not have an offense that's going to strain our defense. Because last year the defense had to do everything, and now hopefully the defense doesn't feel like they have to do everything. But hey, we got the defense, we got the quarterback. Let's go all in, baby. So, man, we do appreciate your call as always. Hope all is well with you. We'll see you next week.
Yep. Peace, everybody.
Later.
Great caller as always. Oh, we got a good usual caller coming in with the new name.
Hey.
Hey, the name is just for TD for his comment at the end of every show.
You scared of Tua, that's all.
No, what? Scared he's going to have a coma?
Oh, wow. Listen, man, he better than Josh Allen. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's why who's on your fantasy team this year?
He's better than Josh Allen. Tua's going to be my fantasy quarterback.
You going to draft Josh Allen again, TD?
No, that's why I lost last year, because I drafted that bum.
Hey, last season we were like the ones picked to go to the Super Bowl and win it, all the hype. We had all these injuries, not making excuses. We still won 13 games with all the bad that happened to us. We're more stacked. We're more depth than ever before. And I love that they're sleeping on the Bills. And, when they're talking about it, they're kind of sleeping on the Jets too, though, because I don't see anybody in the big news media saying the Jets are going to do anything spectacular. I guess they want to see you prove it.
Yeah, we
first.
haven't proved anything else besides having a great quarterback on our team that hasn't played a snap yet. So we'll see.
Yeah.
You're right.
But I think they're making a mistake because I think the Jets and the Bills are going to be the top of the East, those two. Miami will fall back down there with New England where they belong.
Hey, man, I'll take a playoff berth with you, Troy. I'll take that with you.
Yeah. All right, guys.
As a wild card.
Hey. Huh?
I'll take it as a wild card.
Hey, that's what I don't care as long as we make the playoffs.
Okay, then I'll take the division if you guys want the wild card.
I don't care. We've already proved we can win the division. As long as we win in the playoffs, that's all that matters.
It's true. You just got to get in.
Yep. All right, guys. Dan, good seeing you. Love all your shows you're doing. They're fun to do. And I'll see you all later. And, hey, TD, 2 is trash.
Oh, my God.
Ooh, what a outro.
Is he going to the week 1 get together?
No, he's not, unfortunately. He lives in California, so that's quite
he's on the West Coast, so we couldn't make it.
It's quite a trip. But
we'll see him eventually.
Yeah, I would love to.
All right. We got another OG calling in.
Hey, Glenn.
Let's go,
Hey there.
Glenn.
Hey, first of all, there's been a lot of quarterbacks that play till they're 40. Just most of them been trash. Drew Brees. He was a 500, pretty much 500 quarterback. They're also Brett Favre. Remember him? He was real good, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean.
Who else you want me? Hasselbeck, Vinny Testaverde. Who else you want me to keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
There's been a lot of quarterbacks. Hey, when's the last time Aaron Rodgers went to the Super Bowl? I think y'all made the playoffs before he went to the Super Bowl.
He is undefeated in the Super Bowl. That's all I know. Undefeated.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's 1-4. He's 1-4 in NFC Championship games.
Yeah, but he's undefeated in the Super Bowl. That's all that matters.
What has him and Hackett done together?
Won 2 MVPs.
Won 2 MVPs. Hey, live on that. That gets you somewhere.
Hey, now we got a better team than the Packers did in those 2 years, so that's why I got more confidence that they'll be
Packers had the number 1 team at that time. They were 13-3, went to the NFC Championship and lost.
Yeah, and their defense was nothing close to what the Jets' defense is right now.
But your offense ain't nothing like that Green Bay offense either.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
We don't know that. That's an unknown. We don't know that.
But that's beside. I mean,
it's gonna be better. You're right. I can't say it's gonna be better, but you also don't know if it's gonna be as worse. It could be the same. We don't know.
No, that offense, that Green Bay offense was good that year. He had when he went 13-3, that offense was outstanding.
Yeah, star-studded was.
Yes,
Now, Brees Hall is a key component to that offense and stuff. Now, I don't know what he does, but I'm just going on his history. Aaron Rodgers ain't been good in the playoffs.
Yeah. He definitely has to prove himself in the playoffs. I mean, I got to get into the playoffs, number 1. The Jets
So the
have been in
good
the
thing
playoffs
is
in 12
that
years.
you won't need to play the 49ers in the NFC Championship.
But hey, at least you don't have to. At least you don't have Trash Allen.
Oh, come on, Glenn. Come on, Glenn.
You know it's
Hey,
Trash
Richie.
Allen.
Aaron Rodgers gonna call a coin flip, right? I guarantee you that.
That's true. I'll take the coin flip correct. Give me that ball. Even though the overtime rules is different now, so it doesn't even matter in playoffs, right?
Hey, but now
Why
I don't know what's going to happen this year. You guys, I tell you guys all the time, we all need to worry about New England. Jets think they got automatically 2 wins against New England. They had that trash team last year and beat you.
Yeah, we should have won. If you watch both,
We should have won. The Jets all remember this.
I'm just saying the reason why we lost those games.
I'm not offending any Jets player. I'm saying the team. They're still window lickers. We thought we forgot about that, huh?
Window lickers. Where is Parks at, by the way? Where is
what?
When the Patriots get trashed, they go missing.
Yeah, bro. Patriots are MIA. We showed them respect though. Even
but
Pat's representative.
But hopefully you can at least get one win. Because if you lose, if any team loses 2 losses to Pats will not win the division. Actually, if a team loses twice to any team in our division, you will not win the division. You have to at least go 4-2 in the division to win it.
Yeah, I'm excited to do that. Let's go.
Yeah. But no, hey, it's good to hear you. I see what you guys do. You and Dan both, Richie and Dan both do this. They see my name and they'll be going through it and they skip it because they don't want to see the negativity.
Oh, Glenn, I give you mine all the time. Like,
they be skipping my name.
Yeah. You know I show you love on my channel.
I know you do. You show me love.
I show you.
Don't lie to them.
They hiding the truth. Appreciate you, Glenn.
Yeah, hey, you guys have a good night. I appreciate the show and thanks for your time and stuff.
Thanks,
always, Glenn. Appreciate you.
So I would love for Glenn to come to week 1.
Yeah, he's a Dolphins fan, so it'll be hard for him to come, probably.
Yeah, week 1 Glenn would be chill.
Is my mic not doing well right now? Is someone in the chat saying it's not?
I think it sounds great.
Sounds fine to me.
All right. Sorry, Liverpool Kings. I'll work on that for you.
So the Hall of Fame 78 Bruce Smith, dude, like bro, like you're being blocked from this channel. This is this dude's like 3,000th account, and all he does is he just comes on here and he just he's a terrible person. But you are being blocked from this channel. I can't wait to see your 3,005th account moving forward. But you're done, bro. You're done. You're out.
Let him know, Dan.
Dude.
Lay down the law, Dan. I love that.
Dude, he's crazy, man. Say that I ever go missing, it's this guy. Like, I'm tied up in his basement.
Oh, man.
Swear to God.
Luckily, I don't know who he is. Well, that's going to wrap up this show. TD, you want to roll the outro?
Dan got ops. All right, y'all, listen.
I do got ops.
Listen, y'all, we want to thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight to the AFC East Roundtable. Again, man, we know that these are slow times. It's not much going on out here in the football world, but we're trying to give you the best content we can. But we got a lot coming, y'all. We have a lot coming your way. Y'all do us a favor. Again, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, y'all be careful out there. You know, if Dan Mitchell got ops, then none of us safe. Just FYI. But yeah, again, thank everybody who donated tonight. Thank everybody who hit the like button. Thank you everybody who subscribed to the channel. We're beyond grateful. Fans up no matter what. We appreciate Jets Nation. We appreciate Buffalo Bills Nation and Patriots Nation. At the end of the day, it's the AFC East. We're all one big family that don't like our brothers. But it's all good. We still rock with each other and we stick together. Josh Allen is trash as always. I wanted to get that out early. Richie, any last words?
Yeah, man. Excited for the future of this channel. Excited to announce what we got cooking up for these past few months. You guys know where to find me on Jets Media. When training camp comes around, I'll be making a lot of content over there on Jets Media, so make sure you guys check that out. Also been very consistent over there on Touchdown Kingdom. I did come out with a AFC East video over there a couple weeks ago to preview the division and give you guys our thoughts of the standings, where it's going to be. We gave our thoughts of the Bills, the Dolphins, and the Jets and the Patriots. If you guys are not aware, I do run another YouTube channel outside of Jets Media and the AFC's Roundtable. It is called Touchdown Kingdom. So yeah, and someone's asking, how's it still light out? I am on the West Coast. I'm coming back home to New York on Sunday. So I'm excited to be back home. I've been on the road for a long time now. I'm excited to be back home in New York right in time for training camp. I'm going to be at training camp. Going to be doing some crazy content at training camp. So stay tuned for that. Last super chat of the night comes from DF Forever. Great, consistent, loyal subscriber of Jets Media and AFC East Roundtable. Appreciate you, brother. Dan?
What is going on, everybody? As everyone can relate, it is certainly the off season right now. Camp should be starting soon, and I know all of us are going to be absolutely thrilled for it. But on my channel, as always, minus this past week because of the holiday, I still go live each and every single Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. EST and 5 p.m. EST. And then also the recorded videos are going to be coming back as the season approaches. So certainly go on ahead and check out my content. Have a lot of really good stuff cooking up on that end. And make sure you check out both of these guys' content as well. It's always good to understand what the enemy's doing.
And guys, Donald said, why don't we hear all aspects of the game for review of each team, offense, defense, special teams, all of those things. We've been doing series on that on this channel. So we're going to continue the series next week. So go check out the previous videos. We do a lot of offense and defense, position groups, and things of that nature. So go check it out, and we'll finish it off starting next week with the rest of it. And also, everybody who keeps asking, are we going to do another Madden League when the new Madden comes out? I cannot participate in the next Madden League. I refuse to play a game that has a trash can on the cover. So at the end of the day, I treat this like my religion. I stick by that. I can't play a game that has a trash can on the cover. It's like an insult to me. So maybe the next Madden that come out the year after, I could support it, but this one I just can't do. All right, just my take. Josh Allen trash.
Hey, man, I will be, speaking of Madden, a lot of Madden content on my channel because it's the first time the Jets are actually nice in Madden. And I'm about to wreck some people online.
Josh Allen's on the cover. It's going to glitch.
To a trash. Thanks, guys. Always.
All right, y'all. We out of here. We love y'all. Peace. Josh Allen is trash. Y'all